We are Legion.
What's up, comic fam, and welcome to the Legion of Comics. Welcome to episode 12 of At Weeks End. This is the weekly spoiler-filled look back on all things comics and more from this past week. We got a great group of guys that have came to help me out tonight and talk some of this stuff up. So let's hit that intro and we'll get them in. All right, so first up, joining us all the way from the big leagues, the man, the myth, the legend, the guy himself, we have Steve from Burke Family 54. What's going on, man?
What's up, dude? How's it going?
Really good. How are you?
Dude, I am doing well. Just getting ready for work tomorrow, and I knew you were going live. And I'm like, I keep telling him I want to go live with him, and I was like, yeah, send me that link. So
yeah, I didn't naturally mention it this time because I assumed there's a game on.
No game on right
awesome. Lucky me.
now.
I appreciate it. All right, we also have another buddy of mine from the comic community. This is Chris, all the way over from the Comic Lounge. How's it going, man?
What's up, everyone?
My resident Marvel fan.
Someone's got to represent, right?
Yeah.
Someone has to.
Someone's got to. It ain't going to be me. I'll dip my toes in the water, but that's the best I can do these days. And then all the way from my Instagram family, who turned into my Instagram YouTube family, the 3D printer extraordinaire, we have kiddranoprints. It's coming. There he is. What's up, man? And he's gone.
Mark,
he was here for a split second.
Mark, you are frozen, bro.
Oh, no.
You are frozen. Everyone's saying they see a black screen. I've had issues like that before. It sucks.
It's the worst.
Dude, look at the Comic Lounge's background, man. With all those toys to play with, dude. You must have a good time over there.
Oh, you know it. I got
the parties at your
21-month-old running around.
Oh, wow.
And another on the way.
Oh, one in the oven. There you go.
Yep.
There you go. I have a 5-year-old.
Okay.
Just the one. So there we go.
He's back.
It does that once in a blue moon, so I just have to kick it from one device over to the other.
Ah.
I think the camera quality is better on this one too.
Are you on your phone?
Right now I am. I've got a way newer phone than I do a tablet by about 2 years.
Okay. All right.
See, my tablet's still the old iPad too, so.
I've got a Samsung tablet. Just
You're cutting in and out there, buddy.
I just locked my phone.
Technology, gotta love it, man. Gotta love it.
And that should do it. I locked my phone.
There you go.
Moving my phone around, I hit the lock on it. It doesn't work. All right, let's see if I can get.
What's up, BLP?
Oh, you're not frozen in time, huh?
Not anymore.
So I need to go pick up the rest of those Endless Winters because I liked Endless Winter 1 and Flash 767. It was good.
Honestly, that's one of the books that I have sitting right here.
It was good.
And
I enjoyed the little
fan I am.
Yeah, that's literally what I have sitting right here.
Yep,
that's awesome.
I went with the Voodoo Head Adam.
That's okay. So I didn't notice the head until you said it. And when I saw it in person, that's all I could think about. I had to get the variant.
That's what happens when you let an interior artist do a cover. It doesn't always work out well.
There you go.
Yep.
So while we're on the topic, have you read the Superman one yet? The one that came after Flash Part 3?
Nope, I want to. I want to get it next week.
You know my feelings about Superman, so I'm going to shut up for a little bit.
Well, it still just pushes the overall story though, and like the Flash wasn't bad. There was really not much plot progression other than just dabbling in Black Adam. It was really just an intro into the story, and I love how he just kind of casually questioned Flash to get all the info off of him and kept it moving. That was really cool.
So, are there two Black Adams? Two different?
No. Where do you get that impression from?
One is dressed differently than the other one is.
One is like 5,000 years older. It's the same. It's still Tet. It's just in the flashbacks when he has the headdress on. That's like back in olden times. That's what kind of lured me into it. Well, I'm like, yeah, I'll read it because they're going into this whole Justice League Viking is what they're calling it, with the Viking Prince, Hippolyta, Swamp Thing, but not Alec Holland Swamp Thing, and Black Adam. So from what it looks like from the little flashbacks in these, the Wizard Shazam had just put him back in he probably went crazy, and the Wizard Shazam got him in check, imprisoned him. And from what we've known all along, he just stayed imprisoned until, he fought Captain Marvel, like back in the Silver Age and stuff, or whenever. But it looks like he had a little time out of prison where he had to fight the Frost King. So they're just kind of expanding on a little gap in his mythos. So it's the same guy.
Okay, I didn't know there were some different timelines going on or something.
That'd be cool to get another champion, but so far we just have Black Adam and the current Shazam family.
Very cool.
Kid Rano, my man.
What's up, man?
I think the only one here smart enough to have picked this up.
Oh yeah, I was reading it even before I hopped on. This was tight, man. I loved it.
Insane, wasn't it?
This was pretty cool, man. I'd like totally see it as like an animated movie.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about, dude. This was easily my read of the week. I'm telling you,
Flashpoint and Origins were my favorite books this week.
I went to pick up Origins and they were sold out. Then I went. I read my digital comics on Google Books, and they don't have it available on digital until the 23rd or the 28th or something like that. So I didn't get to read Origins yet.
It was good.
So,
I liked it a lot.
Ken Wheaton works at my local comic book shop, and if you don't know who Ken is, he did a lot of like Garfield, Simpsons, stuff like that. And I said to him, I was like, is this like Flashpoint just with a new cover on it, or is it all brand new? And he goes, I'm not a DC fan, but I picked that book up because I wanted to see what was in it. I haven't gotten around to reading it yet just because I've been so busy this weekend and whatnot, but the cover alone made me want to pick it up.
I read it last night. I read it last night, and it was
Flash guy, and Flashpoint is an amazing storyline. I have it in comic book form and the trade, and it's amazing. So now we got to get it. If you guys are saying it's that good, so
it was wicked. It was really wicked. It was wild right from the gate. With all these Tales from the Dark Multiverses, what they do is they take a very popular, very known storyline, and they just twist it. It's just goes into that whole. It's kind of just like a spin-off to have fun from the Metal stuff. Because some of the coolest stuff from the original Dark Knight's Metal were those 5 one-shots where you get introduced to like the entourage for the Batman Who Laughs in the original, where you have the Drowning, Devastator, Murder Machine, Red Death. Those were all awesome. So what these do is they kind of take you on that same journey, but instead of focusing on a character that turns into Batman, they focus on a famous storyline and just what does that storyline look like in a twisted version of itself.
It's like a DC What If.
Yeah.
It's like a kind of, but the best way to think about it is Stranger Things. It's like a DC Upside Down. This is the Upside Down Flashpoint.
That's sweet.
Nice.
And dude, they're all fantastic. And some of them are just good. Just a couple of them are just good. Most of them are awesome. And then about 3 or 4 of them have been great. And this was one of the ones that have been great.
What was the
Origins
Origins about?
And I definitely want to pick up that Infinite Crisis one for sure. I don't know if it's out yet or not, but I want to read that one.
Infinite Crisis came out in the original 5 run, and it's awesome. Because if you read Infinite Crisis, how it all kicked off with Ted Kord getting murdered by Maxwell Lord. It flips. That's where it flips. There's always a specific point in all these dark multiverses where that point is where everything just flips and just diverges from. And Ted Kord getting killed was the divergent point in that one, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
This one,
Yeah.
it's that lightning bolt that Barry and Thomas try to recreate. That was that was a rough moment.
Which character
But
is Origins about? The one that came out this week?
Origins, yeah, you go and talk about Origins if you want to talk about that. That's a Boom Studios book.
Okay.
Want to talk about it?
Yeah, go ahead. I already know about it. I talked to new guy Ryan about it. I was very excited and couldn't get my hands on it.
I saw it and I was very curious about what it was.
1 second.
It's a
Yeah.
post-apocalyptic future where
Trying to put this other book away. Hold on. Okay. Oh, you're waiting on me?
yeah, you want to tell them about Origins?
Okay. Yeah, but so like you were saying, it's like a post-apocalyptic future, but my wife was asking me about it, and like I didn't even like know how to explain it to her because she see me reading it in the corner over here, and I was like, I don't have no idea how to explain it to you, but this picture, like Age of Ultron, like Tony Stark and Ultron, and just that like not turned up, but like dialed up a little bit, and it's like more like more evil, but like it's like more planned out, even though there's nothing planned out for sure. But that was like kind of like the basis I was trying to tell her about it. So
That's
so
pretty
this
cool.
guy, yeah, that's like the vibes I was getting from it, because like the technology he was making, or he ended up making, that was revealed in issue 2, like kind of it's like formed with like Mother Nature, and like
Yeah,
took
it's taking over everything that's bioorganic.
Yeah,
all the way
I was
down
like,
to the plants. Everything wants to kill you.
Yep. And so
And
like
there's
oh, go ahead.
No, you got it.
I can barely hear you, man.
You got it. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so like so like they're taking over, like, organisms, and like it is slowly killing them off, and there's like no more humans left. And like I know we talked about last time how like it was like similar to like Children of Men. I was like, that was like my comparison I got to it. We're reading issue 1, and like it's kind of continuing with that same thing where like there's no humans left, or at least like there's no more males left. With I forgot the guy's name is, the scientist. So like he was like essentially like bioengineered, not cloned, but they're still not like saying that exactly. But and he's just like been trained by his like android or whatever it is, because they haven't revealed that yet. And so I don't know if I'm doing a good job explaining it, but it's a pretty cool story. I really liked it a lot. So
I have to say, I love when comics play it close to the vest. Like when they really start off and they're just shady as all can be, and you're like, okay, where are you trying to go with this? A more mainstream book that kind of did that very recently was the current Amazing Spider-Man run, where they kept Kindred very close to the vest. It was about 50 issues before you ever found out who he really was.
Who was it?
That's Harry Osborn.
Yep.
Wow.
A big build up, and then they just hit you in the kneecap. with Origins, what I thought was so cool with the first issue is how they actually tell the story. It's very visual, because you're in a future with like there's population like 7. You don't have a lot of dialogue, and you don't know it's an android, but you follow this what looks like a humanoid in a suit or in some kind of protection, trying to get like this baby to safety, and they get it, and you come to realize that it's an android, and it's, why is this android trying to protect this human when the rest of the entire world's been taken over by androids? So you have like a division there, like a little faction that's fighting against its own system or something. So that's kind of exciting to see. I don't know what they're going to do with it, and I'm excited to actually get into issue 2. But it's a very beautifully done book. Like, it's so smooth. The visuals are amazing. And at first glance, when you're looking at it on the shelf, you would just think it's like We Live variant. Yeah, dude.
This panel was like awesome. This what reading it. It's bam.
That's so cool.
That is cool.
I love artwork like that where it all kind of ties together.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's very good. Steve.
Yes.
What did you think?
Of what?
Is my screen black?
Okay, now I can see you. Sorry. What did I think of that?
Yes.
Okay. I thought. Sorry, I had the chat pulled up and the YouTube, and like I have the sound turned off, and I saw you talking, but I couldn't hear anything. And I was like, what the heck? And I was like, oh wait, I'm on the wrong tab, so I had to go back to the StreamYard. Okay.
Okay, we know you're new to this.
Yeah, I'm usually the host. I'm not usually ever a guest. Okay, this was good. I wanted more Teen Titans because they're on the cover. There was a lot of I understand the whole premise of the book is we're going to try to get as many characters as possible from the DC universe. Their last stories are for this big fight in issue 6. Totally get that. But I wanted more Wally West. I wanted more Teen Titans. I didn't like how they kept changing artists. Like, I totally get it because, like, each story has to be whatever. But Nightwing looks amazing in the very first story, right? And then you see him later in the Bat Family story, and it's just terrible. The
whole Bat Family story was weird. It was weird. Odd. Yeah.
It was. But, like, look how cool he looks. Look how cool he looks here.
Very well done.
Really well done, right? Okay. All right, then let's look at the Bat Family story at the end. It is just awful. Like, terrible. I didn't really like... Just, wait, hold on. There's an even worse page here. Look at that. That's terrible.
Yeah.
He gets disrespected often here lately.
But having said that page turn at the end got me in the feels.
Big time.
It really did. If anyone don't know what we're talking about, there you go. Show it off. Boom.
Batman's in the background with the black ring.
The black ring.
He brings Rory back, and Wally sees him and immediately gets nervous because he kind of killed him. But and then Rory just looks at him and tips his hat to him. Like, this whole thing, what made it so cool? I mean, it was definitely decent to begin with. Like, the Aquaman story, I thought was great. The Aquaman was done very. I thought that was great.
I didn't like it.
I didn't care for the Green Arrow one. It's kind of odd. The Bat Family one was just played weird. I thought the Superman one was really good. That is something that he would do. That was real to character for him. But the Teen Titans one just hit right in the feels. It was a long time coming. That was like a big take back all the way to Heroes in Crisis. And I guess I just haven't thought about it. He hasn't really been face to face with his teammates like that since then.
And that's part of why I hate Tom King now. Because of what he did in Heroes in Crisis. Now, from what I understand, part of that was because of what Dan DiDio wanted him to do. Like, Dan DiDio made him change a whole bunch. But still, I was not a fan of what he did to Wally West there. Killing Roy and then framing.
Karma called up to him.
What's that?
Karma called up to Dan.
It did.
He got kicked out of DC, and then he went and invested in Quibi, and we know how that worked out.
Well, he's still writing Metal Men. So there's that. But yeah, I was pretty
DC's donating to charity now, huh?
I was pretty excited about that page turn to see Roy.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I was surprised you didn't say anything about it. Like you said, that the end got you in the feels. I didn't think anything about it until I saw Roy, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I literally said out loud, "Holy!" Yeah, out loud in my house.
I met when I was messaging you, telling you need to get it. I intentionally didn't put that in there. I just showed you an awesome shot of Wally, and then I told you, my wife asked me something, and I said, "Give me a minute," because I was reading the book. And then when I was done reading it, I just closed it, and she said, "Are you done?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm ready now." I was just like so calm. I felt so happy. Like, I just had goosebumps. Like, thank you, DC Comics. We deserve that.
Finally.
We've held in there. So between Speed Metal, between the last stories of the DC universe, like, Wally's been getting some major course correction.
Well, and issue 1 and 2 as well of Death Metal, he's been getting a lot of run. Like, I remember I was like, I'm not gonna pick up Death Metal because I didn't really like the original Dark Knight's Metal run. I really did not. But then I read issue 1 just to give it a try, and I saw that Wally was front and center. I was like, okay, I'm definitely going to be reading this.
Now, did you read Flash Forward?
Of course.
Loved it. Yeah. How
Loved
could you not pick up Metal knowing that, like, it's just a natural progression of him? Like,
It
that's what had me pumped for Metal. Like, was just the concept of Wally with some of Manhattan's powers. And, you know, I just assumed that he was going to be rewriting the universe from the jump of this, and we were going to be dealing with the strange universe kind of Flashpoint style. But it's taken a total different direction.
It is. It is.
I'm
enjoyed it.
Excited for Wednesday. We get issue 6. We're getting that much closer to the end. There's a couple one-shots left, not a lot. We have the last 52 one-shot and Secret Origins one-shot where you have Superboy Prime facing off against the Blackest Night.
Mhm.
So there's going to be some cool stuff coming now that it's wrapping up.
How many issues are in DC Death Metal?
7. And the first week of the last issue of Death Metal will be the springboard to Future State and an unmentioned prelude. There's going to be two epilogues to it. So the first Tuesday of January will be issue 7, and I'm assuming we'll also get content for whatever goes after that in the same week. But they say it'll have a epilogue that takes you to Future State and an epilogue that takes you somewhere else. But that somewhere else is definitely going to be the Shattered Generations. You know, the free comic book day book that got canceled was called Generation 0. And going into the original 5G plan, they're going to have Generation 1, Generation 2, Generation 3. They're going to do 5 of those, but it just didn't play out.
Someone was talking about that Draken I have right here. So, you got one too?
Yeah, mine's right there, right next to that Boston Con double signed and that Green Ranger sign.
That Green Ranger one is sick.
It is. It's glorious.
I love it.
Big thank you to Bart, who's in the comment section, for making sure I didn't miss out on that.
There you go. Where's Brent at, man? Where's Brent been?
Brent tonight is at work. Brent's been busy and dealing with stuff, and yeah, he's just life's got him by the gonads right now. But he typically, if he has things his way, he works nights and weekends, and those things combined. Just because he works at a hospital, and they get paid more for every little bit thing that's added on to it. If you work weekends, you get paid more. If you work nights, you get paid more. And he's trying to attack a lot of stuff that he has on his plate right now and knock out some student loans and this and that, and he just can't afford not to do it. But good news, he'll be next weekend. He'll be coming into town and be in town for a few weeks, visiting with a few people. He'll be here for a while, so hopefully he'll be able to hop on here. All right.
That's awesome. I totally understand that. My father-in-law works for a hospital, so he's been working nights and weekends since COVID started, they spread out everyone's schedule and whatnot. And
yeah, Brent does. He's an EEG specialist guy. Like he hooks up the people for the brain reading and stuff, and sits there and monitors them and watches people with head injuries, like while they're sleeping or just there watching for seizures or crazy activities or stuff.
That's awesome.
He's got a really cool job, but it's really, really crazy too.
Yeah. It's hard being in the medical field, especially right now.
I think it hasn't been much harder, except maybe in World War II.
Probably.
Kid, what did you think of Mighty Morphin #2? You said you picked that up, didn't you?
Yeah, I read it last night. I didn't read it when it came out. It was cool, man. So I liked it a lot. I liked the Zordon's little backstory there. It's pretty cool. Like his cape and the way he looked.
Now that was actually Zorfram. That was I thought that was Zordon the first time I read through it too. I had to go back and look again. That was in the last issue how there's a team of those Guardians with Zordon. That was the guy who was losing the fight when Zordon stepped in and won it.
Okay.
So I think the way that they distinguish him, and I didn't notice it the first time I read through, but he has like these 3 lines or 2 lines going over his eyes.
Okay, yeah, I see right there, the first panel.
So I think that's going to be going to have something to do with the Imperial. I think that they're setting up this guy being a bad guy somewhere along the way. or either he's the one calling the shots for Candace.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, because I haven't read any. It's like the first Ranger story I ever like hopped on. Read Dragon New Dawn when it came out, and so yeah, I've been enjoying issue 1 of School of Mighty Morphin and Power Rangers, and this one's pretty cool as well. Like I sense like obviously like something's gonna happen with the Omega Rangers. Like Zordon's obviously pissed about it. Something going on. He wants to like reprimand him, and so I thought
Just to kind of see where the putty was bad, but just to ask
Yeah.
you, so I can kind of get a read on where the battle lines are drawn. Are you Team Omega Rangers in this whole dispute, or Team Zordon in this whole dispute?
Man, I'm a natural rebel, so I'm probably the Omega side.
Who's Zordon, man?
I just don't see in the long game this playing out to Zordon being wrong.
I gotta tell you guys, you are not ready for what happens in Power Rangers number 2.
Oh Christ, here we go.
You are not ready.
Shit, like Donnie Cates over here, man.
I'm telling you,
Yeah, he does.
I'm telling you, you are not ready. It's whew.
Well, I can't stress to you how much I am ready. So ready.
So I really like the Mighty Morphins book. Obviously, it's because it has a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in it, and a new Green Ranger, and Tommy, and all of that. I really dig that because it's got the the OG team and all that stuff, and Zed and all that. But I used to not really like the Mega Rangers, especially on the Necessary Evil run, which I thought was not very good. But the new way that they're taking this team is really interesting and really good. And issue 2 is just nuts from the word go. As soon as you open a book, very first page is crazy. It ends crazy. So
That's the best kind of book, though. I mean, whenever you've got a book that just starts off insane, I mean, that's what drew me into King in Black, issue 1. The fact that they were already at like DEFCON 1 was insanity.
Yeah, it started out strong. That Power Rangers book was by far the best book I've read from Power Rangers in a while, though.
See, I've never read any Power Rangers comic books.
the Power Rangers number 1 was one of my favorite books that I've read from the Mighty Morphin run for probably since, I don't know, man. It's been a long time since I read a book that good.
That really was it. That
One shot.
pivot that they did in the middle
Yeah.
when that it was like that's when they're like, this is not Mighty Morphin right there when they said, so we're breaking them out or what? Yeah. Like the whole pace change, the whole style change, just it didn't look from that point. It didn't lose momentum. So I'm excited to see how they're going to keep that momentum. Because as much as in this specific situation, in this disagreement, I do think that they're going to regret having broke this man out of jail. But I think it's going to make for a better story than if they didn't break him out of jail. I'm excited for it, but I'm not going to turn tail on Zordon. I refuse to do it. not doing it.
Born to be wild, man.
Well, if you don't break him out of jail, there's no storyline.
Yeah, exactly. You look like you want to say something, Steve.
No. Do you guys like Lost? Do you guys like Lost in Space? Have you guys ever seen that show?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay. Well, the analogy would not work then for anyone other than Mark. I will say that this next book feels very much like the first 2 seasons of Lost in Space on Netflix. I'll just
so they're about to crash somewhere.
I don't know about that, but just like if you can kind of connect your dots of what that show is about, it's very similar.
Okay.
That's all I got to say. I'll stop flexing here. It's tough, man. It's tough. I want to talk about it so bad.
Put some more weight on the dumbbells. Let's go.
Oh, shoot.
Steve, I know you picked it up and you were happy with it. Kid Ronner, you picked this one up, didn't you?
Yeah.
Now I know you're a Donnie Cates guy too, Chris. Did you pick it up?
I did pick it up. I haven't read it yet, but
Okay.
first one was good. Definitely wasn't what I was expecting. I was expecting something more, I guess, superhero vibe, and it didn't feel slow to me, but it felt like it was just different, I guess is the best way to put it. And I like different. I like when comic books speak to this wide range of people all at once. So I'm definitely going to go back and reread issue 1 before I read issue 2, just to get caught back up on it. But I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I think issue 1 took a lot of people, including myself, by surprise, because it starts out and the whole crossover event has already taken place and people are already kind of settled into somewhat of a normalcy with that being how things are. And I was extremely happy with issue number 1 because I'm very biased to Superman, and there's a lot of Superman Easter eggs in there. And I was just kind of digging all the little Easter eggs that were like hinting at the real world. But by the time issue 2 comes around, they've completely flipped that on its head, because there are no Easter eggs to the real world anymore. It just takes place in the real world. Like that's where the location of it is. They start naming writers and artists and stuff.
Interesting.
And yeah, it takes that up a notch, where it forced me back into the story from a different perspective, which I really enjoyed with issue 2. And they lay out multiple plot lines. So I'm excited to see where it goes.
Now, has anyone ever done anything like crossover before? I know that Marvel and DC have crossed over with each other, but has there ever been something with more than just them?
I don't know.
Talking about publishers crossing characters over?
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think that's what this is. I think they're just using that like the guy in the commercial, like, I got $1 for you, with a dollar bill on the fishing pole. But yeah, there's been crossover events in comics for a long time. Like Batman and Spawn have crossed over. Like Dark Horse and DC has crossed over a bunch of times.
Okay.
You know, Marvel and DC, of course, have crossed over. I've got like all the Alien and Predator crossover stuff for like Batman and Superman. Those are really fun. But yeah, when publishers can get along long enough to do it, they do it. I think it was back in like the 70s when Marvel and DC first started crossing over with the Treasury size stuff.
Yeah. I think there's going to be another Alien crossover pretty soon, too. They've been hinting at it.
I seriously doubt that, because Marvel now owns the rights to Aliens, and they just announced their first book as well as a TV show.
That's what I mean. Like, Marvel's going to do more with them.
Well, that'd be cool if they do.
They've been doing a lot of Alien covers.
Yeah, I've lost all hope for Aliens. I have like all the novels, all the Dark Horse stuff. Like, before we had comic book movies, like when we were growing up, those were like our franchise movies, like Alien, Predator, RoboCop. Mm-hmm. They're kind of like the closest thing you had to that, with like a shared universe and stuff. So I was big into those growing up. Like, I would have sworn by Terminator 2 and Aliens that those are the greatest movies ever made, and they're still in my top 10 easy. But it kind of breaks my heart to see that Disney's just buying up every property they can, and Monopoly. I don't know. Yeah, it's because they have a specific style and they have a specific view and a like goal with stuff, and there's nothing wrong with that. But not everything is meant. It's totally counterproductive to what Stan Lee's vision for any of this stuff was. Like, in Stan Lee's mind, anyone should be able to grab these characters and present them to the world in their version of that. Like, kind of like the whole concept, like anyone can be Batman. Stan figured that anyone could use these characters. That's why you have like a 1960s Japanese Spider-Man with a giant robot that kind of like helped Power Rangers become a thing, because he was so free to share with his stuff. Of course you get paid for it, but they're just taking everything and just forcing it into as that little episode in that Disney Plus series showed, the Marvel method. It's just, I'm not a fan.
Yeah, we'll see, man. Like, I won't go out and watch it, but hope for the best. That's all I gotta say for that.
Hey, dude, I'm gonna watch the show for sure. I don't know if I'll pick up any of the books, because I normally just pick up like omnibuses or trade paperbacks of all the Alien stuff. Mm-hmm. But I doubt I will. I think that the one that's been coming out, the Alien, the original script, they took the original screenplay to Alien and made it into a comic book. That'll probably be the last thing that I'm sure that I'll pick up Alien wise. But it's kind of bummer.
It's one of those things, like, I really hope that they do well with it, but at the same time, I'm not getting my hopes up, I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah. Marvel used to have the mature reader label. Like you had DC Vertigo, you had Marvel Max. Like, do they have anything like that anymore that they publish mature content under?
There has been some stuff that's been not for the faint of heart, I guess is the best way to put it. But I don't think there's been much under the mature content right now that I've been seeing. But again, that's not what I've been reading, so I could easily be passing right by it and not even knowing that it exists.
It's like their version of Conan. That's really it's really just like a very specific. It's not Conan. It's just Marvel's version of Conan, which is okay because Ablaze is making Conan books, and they just started with the Frost Giant's Daughter issue 1 this past week. And these are fire. They take the actual original Robert E. Howard short stories, the original 17, and they take them and they put them directly word to word into comic book form. So they've been awesome. But I just don't want to see stuff that it doesn't fit this mold. It doesn't belong on this shelf. I don't want aliens to be running around in the Marvel universe at any point at all.
Oh, for sure.
See them venomize at all?
No, like have venomized xenomorphs. That doesn't need to be a thing.
That would be an amazing read, though. I would definitely a venomized alien.
That look pretty dope.
I wonder what the conscience would be like. It would just turn the symbiote. Turn the symbiote crazy. And that might be how Noel was born. Watch them introduce it somehow in this King in Black. If they do that, that whole book belongs in the trash.
Did you watch Prometheus?
Oh yeah, love it. Loved it.
Okay. So something similar to that, like a xenomorph venomized goes to a new planet and just has his own DNA, and that's how Noel gets created.
That was such a good movie, man.
Yeah, I love that.
I remember I was a store manager of Movie Stop back in the day when that came out. I think it was like 2012 that came out. And we would do like big midnight release parties. Like a lot of the customers and stuff would like meet up at the theater. We would have a good time because our store was right next to a big theater. And then I would throw midnight release parties for the movies coming out and everything. It was awesome. So we got like a poster for it and everything. I've got tons of posters from when I worked there. Need to do something with them. Did you see Alien Covenant that came out after that kind of followed it up?
Nah. That was like the last Alien movie I watched was Prometheus, and I was like,
go watch Covenant. You follow the same android. He makes a big old comeback. David, the guy who played Magneto.
Yeah, Fassbender. Yeah.
Austin's in the comments.
Yeah.
Talking about Disney embracing R-rated content. They're gonna have to. Deadpool is gonna have to be an R-rated movie when they come out with Deadpool 3.
I hope they keep some R-rated stuff or mature stuff on Disney Plus, because I just don't want that to be just the kid-friendly version of all that.
I mean, if you look at it,
there's a way to do it though. Like you remember Touchstone Pictures, the company that made like Tombstone. Like back in the day, it'd be a black screen and a little blue bar, and it'd say Touchstone Pictures. That was owned by Disney. You would never know it, but that was their company. So having a bigger company own a smaller company that's just for that. They need to figure that out.
So Daredevil would have totally been rated R if it came out. I mean, there's a scene where Kingpin literally
car door
hits the car door one hits his head until the brains literally fall out. I'm like, how the hell did you put that on Netflix?
They need to do another season of The Punisher. Is what they need to do.
Yes,
that is the best.
I
love that show. That's one of my favorites.
Daredevil, Luke Cage, Punisher, all of those, if they came out on the big screen, would have been R-rated. Guaranteed.
Yeah, Daredevil and Punisher, bring those back for sure.
Yeah. Well, there's been rumors that Charlie Cox is going to be in
Spider-Man 3.
Spider-Man 3. And they just announced, I was watching Everything Always right before I got on, and he was saying how if Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are in Spider-Man 3, and they will be, they're going to be in very short cameo roles, most likely at the end, kind of just tying and starting the multiverse discussion, almost like, how did I get here? And I mean, it would wouldn't do it justice if Sony decided, hey, we're gonna throw these guys in and not really explain how they even got here in the first place. It would take too much away from Spider-Man 3 if they went that route, and then if they didn't go that route, there would be no point of having those other two in there.
That's on at 2 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
After dark.
Kind of like the old school TV channels where once it hit that certain time, everything just flipped over to rated R and rated X movies.
BET After Dark, man.
Yeah, that homage cover to the Wolverine for that was awesome. They've done one of those for the last series as well, one for all 3 issues. For the Sumerian, they always have a comic cover swipe. That's been an awesome. If y'all like Conan at all, like ever have liked Conan, check out the Sumerian from Ablaze. These things are fantastic. And they're short. They're each little mini series because the original Conan material was all short stories. But yeah, I just wanted to address that. I don't think that book and those small publishers always get as much attention or get out there as much. But yeah, good stuff.
And Bart, Daredevil will be returning in She-Hulk. That will be really sweet to see too.
They confirmed is it going to be just Is it going to be Daredevil or just Matt Murdock?
I think it's going to be a little bit of both. I think they're going to have to
lawyer connection.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to play it out in both roles. That's going to be a really interesting TV show. It's basically going to be Marvel's Law and Order from what it sounds like.
Interesting.
Some SVU action.
I'm not an SVU guy. Not.
Dude, have any of y'all ever ordered anything from Frankie's Comics?
Never.
No.
Why do you say it like that? Never.
Never ever.
Yeah. So they catch some cool variants every now and then.
I got nothing to order from them.
They I guess I don't know why they do it, but they're like super far behind in their orders for a long time, and they kind of opened a brick and mortar store right during the middle of COVID. And I haven't ordered a ton of stuff from them, but I ordered a few things, and I see on their Facebook page where they give people free books with their orders every now and then. No rhyme or reason to it, I don't think, but just as a thank you for sticking it out. But they sent me these guys for free ski, which I already have them, but it's still super cool of them. You know, that's like $12 worth of books.
Put them in your next giveaway.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to. I was thinking about it earlier. For my next giveaway, I'm just going to do like a couple mystery packs and put it like a real decent book in one of each of them, and just let whoever wins pick a number 1 or 2 and just blind pick which mystery box they get.
There you go.
But yeah, saw those Robin Kings that they came out with.
That's pretty cool.
And, yeah. That
See,
Mighty Morphin number 1.
That's the thing about the Mighty Morphin is I don't know if I would want to read the comics, but the artwork every single week I've ever looked at it is fire.
They have some amazing books.
You're talking about covers or inside work?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's debatable on the inside work.
There's a big difference. Which are we talking covers or are we talking inside?
The nice thing is when you put it up on the wall, all you got to see is the cover.
Okay. All right. For a long time, they had Daniele DiNiccolo do the art, and his art was awful, in my opinion. He's the guy who does the art for Seven Secrets, and it's just too anime for me. And then they had Moises Hidalgo, and I did not like his art either. But
that's the guy on New Dawn?
No, that was the guy that did 51 through 55.
Oh, he was the worst.
And then the 2 new artists, Marco Renna and Francisco Mortarino, are really good. Yeah, that's the guy that was doing Power Rangers for a while.
It was like anime.
It's anime, and that's exactly how he drew the Rangers, and it was terrible. I really like Hendry Presedia. I feel like he was the best artist.
Is that the guy who started on it?
Yeah, he did the first 20 issues.
Yeah, that was amazing. I think I mentioned to you, like after 55, I went back in my box and pulled out those first issues and looked at them. Like, dude, I don't remember it ever being horrible like this. And I went back and looked, and it wasn't. It was beautiful.
It was great.
So speaking of covers that I've always just picked up because if they have a hero on it that I like, or if it's part of a run that I like, pretty much all of the Flash covers from the past like 10 issues, any of them that are in Hook Lee, I've picked up. So this one in Hook Lee, Enter the Phoenix. So it's Avengers number 39.
Nice.
And I mean, that artwork is just phenomenal. And then he didn't do the artwork on the inside, but this picture just got me.
Nice.
It's basically from everything I've read so far. I unfortunately didn't get to read a lot of books from the past 2 weeks just because I've been so busy. It's basically Phoenix a million years ago, and how the Phoenix Force started, I guess. So that should be very interesting, especially just coming off of like the Moon Knight and Khonshu run. I haven't had any problems with the past Avengers runs. They've been really fun to read.
I'm trying to remember. I think it was Dustin at Two Brothers Comics who was reading that as it was coming out, saying it was really good.
Yeah, it was
that Moon Knight run.
Yeah, it was really cool because Moon Knight was actually stealing the powers of all the Avengers to give to Khonshu, and then basically it was the Avengers versus Khonshu with Moon Knight. And Moon Knight's actually against him, and then you also have Mephisto pulling all the strings at the same time, and it was so amazing to read. And the battle alone between Moon Knight and Black Panther, the artwork in it was 1,000 times better than the story, and the story was phenomenal. So it was very cool the way they played it out.
And did y'all see that little video that Kevin Feige did where he officially announced that they're not going to recast T'Challa in the MCU?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, during he did a little video with like clips playing of Chadwick Boseman, and he just stood there and respectfully said, like, because of how iconic the portrayal has been and how it has not just not just how good he portrayed the character, but how he actually impacted the society and how people have reacted to his portrayal and reacted to his passing, that there's no way in hell that they're going to recast him, just to pay respect to him. Honestly, and the character and his legacy. And I think it's a good call.
Yeah, I think that's the best call they could have possibly made. So with all that being said, it kind of now feeds into that rumor that there's actually going to be 2 Black Panthers in the next movie, and it's going to be Shuri and Killmonger at the same time,
battling for the throne.
I don't know if it's going to be a battle or if it's going to be Killmonger's kind of like flip the switch, and he's going to be like this Black Panther who's not a king, and then you got Queen Shuri over here who's kind of leading the country in the technology side.
So who's going to go fish his corpse out of the river?
I was going to say, isn't he dead?
Yeah.
Namor, man.
But yeah, I was about to say Namor's on the way.
Namor finds his body.
But now they're not going to be able to introduce Storm through Black Panther 2, which is going to be interesting too.
Yeah, because that's his wife, right?
Yep.
For a brief period.
Yeah, they never got to that point, so it isn't. That's one of those things like you can't lose what you never had, at this point.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see where they go. I think that wasn't it Michael B. Jordan that played him?
Yep.
Killmonger, yeah.
Yeah, he's a fantastic actor. Like he's a fan.
He's like Heath Ledger in The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Show.
For sure.
He needs another movie under his belt to take away from Fantastic Four.
Did y'all see Creed? Did y'all watch Creed?
Yeah, he was jacked in that movie.
Dude, I'm not really just sitting here trying to praise the man's physique like you guys, but I'm saying he's a very good actor. Like the dude's got top.
Who?
Like he played Killmonger, the guy who plays Killmonger.
Michael B. Jordan, yeah.
Yeah, he played Apollo Creed's son in the follow-up series of Rock. Yeah, it was fantastic.
He's got range too.
He does. I haven't seen Creed 2. Creed 1 was pretty good.
Dude, I loved him in Parenthood. You guys watch that show?
He was really good in that show too. Friday Night Lights.
Yep.
He was really good in that too. He's good in
everything for sure. Yeah, he's good in everything.
I enjoy him as an actor for sure.
So
It'll
we'll
be
talk.
interesting
Stick
to
with
see
the
that.
MCU news, with
Go ahead.
the Star Wars, or the Star Wars and like the Marvel other movies and Disney Plus stuff.
I've yet to see Mando season 2, episode 6 or 7.
Come on.
I've been so busy, man. You guys have no idea. Like Friday, I started working at 8 o'clock in the morning, or 7:55 really, and then I didn't get done until I got home at 10 o'clock. And I was supposed to be on Tony Sanders' channel for his The Hunt, and I was like, dude, I cannot make it. I've been working all day. I streamed the high school basketball game and whatnot, and it's just been busy as all get out around here. So
I know
Well,
there's
even
no
if you
way.
binge it-
There's no way you haven't found out what happened in at least the last 2 episodes. 2 episodes together.
I'll be honest. I've seen a few things, but I don't know what happened. So
You know what the big deal was. There's no way you don't.
I
There
mean,
really hasn't been that many spoilers, though.
I feel like I saw
True.
that there's been Boba Fett was in it or something.
Maybe.
So that's all I know.
Yeah, but we all knew that was coming from episode 1, so
Maybe the most epic return of a character in like 30 years was made. You know, who knows?
Okay, so I'll have to go watch both of those.
Just a bounty
Dude,
hunter. That's it.
Yeah. But
I
dude, the hardest core that we have ever seen that character, like his reputation has honestly preceded him. Like he went out like a straight sack in Return of the Jedi. You just see him
Yep.
lurking in the one before him. It's just like this hype that was built up around how cool this man looked.
mhm.
You finally see why he's got the reputation.
Yes.
Well, maybe I'll just get off here and go start my own stream and just do a watch party.
I haven't missed one yet. Waiting on you.
I know.
Yeah, me and the wife, we wait till midnight every Thursday or whatever it is, and then we just watch it.
Do you guys really wait up just to watch it?
Oh,
At
yeah,
5
for sure.
a.m. Every Friday morning at 5 a.m.
My wife does her reports and everything. She does her work, and then she's like, "Okay, you ready?" Like, I'm ready, and so we watch it.
What do you guys do for a living? Lounge and Kidrano?
I'm a teacher.
You're a teacher just like me. Okay.
What grade, man?
Right now, kindergarten. I'm subbing
Oh, wow.
long term. I got laid off in June because our city around here isn't doing too well with finances.
Mm,
You might have heard we were $70 million in debt.
where do you live?
Rochester, New York.
I've heard of it, but I don't know anything about
Did you win? Didn't you win one of
Is
my
that
first
upstate?
giveaways?
Yes.
Yes to him or yes to me?
Yes to you, and
Yes.
I didn't hear the other
Awesome.
question. Yeah.
I just remember writing Rochester on one of the packages. That's awesome.
What do you do, Kidrano?
No, man. Before the pandemic, I was a server working in restaurants for the most part. It's just, it was crazy even before that. I wasn't really working, stay-home dad. My wife was working, going to school. She got her bachelor's degree or master's degree, so I was taking care of the household that way.
Kid Rano is an entrepreneur and a small businessman. He specializes in 3D printing custom stands for all your comic book needs.
I
Jesus
should probably
Christ.
get some so I can go display some raw books down here.
No, but so like I'm working on like different designs right now, like because the ones that you have a lounge, that was like the first 2 prototypes, and you as well, Mark. So I have like a newer one that's a little bigger, and I'm trying to make like a bigger slab holder as well. But like,
Is that 3D print?
That little notch you have in it, the slabs fit like perfectly in that little notch.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, right here. So yeah, so I did that, and I made it a little bigger. So it's like the old one, and you can like kind of compare it.
Oh, no.
It's like a little bigger. So,
Nice.
that's fine. It's still work in progress, but we'll see.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
what do you say when you close out every one of your videos?
Oh, be the best at what you can do. What you do.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah, but like I always worked in the food industry. Like my first job was a busboy at BJ's restaurants, like at Chili's and like a Applebee's, and became a server. I worked as a chef. I went to culinary school, all that stuff. So, and then like my wife wanted to finish her she wanted to finish her her career, her education. So I just bunker down. Okay, go for it. What's up, Ash's Comic Dash?
Bart Possum Ears just said something very true. That would be pretty awesome to see.
Yeah, Bart, this is the guy that I have the one in the mail for you from already, too.
Okay. Awesome.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, Bart's my buddy from Belgium who we talk Ranger stuff all the day. He's got some very detailed images he wants me to send your way as well, Kid Rano, to see if you could do something with them.
Yeah, for sure. Send it my way. And I was thinking about that too, Bert. Just like in your next Burke box, just like stowing and standing there next to.
Oh, dude, that'd be cool.
Whatever. Yeah,
that'd be cool. That'd be cool. I got to send out two because I
saw that.
I read dice. I really did not even realize that I messed that up until.
Yeah.
So, all right, we're gonna have a communication breakdown here because Ruben is unaware of how accessible you and your comic stands are because he's not on Instagram.
But I have Ruben's email. I do have it.
So
Ruben,
I will get Ruben's email to you, Kidrano.
Time to join Instagram, Ruben.
He's not going to do it.
He will not do it.
He will not do it.
He will not do it.
Is he one of the ones that like the government's watching him, or
no? I believe he just had just one more thing to add to his plate that he doesn't have time for.
That's it.
He'd rather just read his books.
I get that.
Yeah. What makes you happy, man? Floats your boat.
Okay. All right, I just sent it out to you, Kidrano.
Nope, got it. Okay, for sure.
That is Ruben's email. I'm sure he doesn't mind.
He said, I'm a caveman.
I mean, if you've seen him, he looks like.
I love the beard, man. I love it.
Yeah, I was about to say he's either a caveman who was scratched by a werewolf about 3 moon cycles ago. One of the two.
And just stuck in transformation, just can't get there.
He got a sweet beard.
I'm going through all your stuff. I don't know how I'm missing all your posts, but I'm liking them all.
Oh, for Insta?
Yeah, I feel like I missed a whole bunch of stuff because I don't actually go on there really to just like other people's stuff. I usually just go on there to like check my DMs. Like I actually,
I haven't been posting as much on Instagram lately. Just
I have my notifications turned off, so like people message me and I don't see it till like way later.
Dude, I thought you had like the Instagram group chat open all day long today or something. Because anytime messaging there says seen by Bert, just automatically.
Oh well, so okay, I was we were out ice skating today, right? And like I kept taking breaks. Is like I don't know if anyone else has ice skated before, but like it's really hard on your ankles and your feet. So I kept taking breaks, and I'd go over and I'd check my phone real quick, and I'd like glance through it, but not like really read it until like later. So whenever it says I read it, I probably didn't read it. I just opened it, and then I go back and look at it later. So.
Now, when you go ice skating where you're at, do they have to like make the rink, or is it just like a lake that froze over?
No, it's a man-made one now.
Yeah.
But we are going to go visit my sister in Minnesota, and they have a lot of like lakes and whatnot, and they have outdoor man-made ones as well. So we'll probably be doing that too.
Hockey's huge up there.
I never.
So
I played hockey as a kid. Well, actually,
so
I have some. Go ahead.
I was about to say, I know that you're sending the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures Number 1 off to the Eastman signing, but other than the Eastman and the JDF signing, do they have any more signings coming up? In-house signings with CGC?
Yeah.
I think they have the Jeff Johns is coming.
Isn't he? I feel like he already did.
He's already come and gone.
I don't know. You'd have to check.
So how do you guys feel about signed books? I've always
love them.
I feel like there's a huge. You either absolutely love them or you just are not a fan. There's hardly any in between.
I don't want a raw book signed. I used to not want a raw book signed unless I had to do with getting it signed. But now that CBCS has a signature verification service, it kind of changes that a little bit.
Okay.
Because if I have a book signed, I don't really want it just to be stuck in one of my long boxes for its whole life. I like to be able to look at it and remember it. And getting them signed is part of what's cool about it, you know?
For sure.
Can you play this? Can you let me share a screen here?
Yeah, if I how, go for it. I don't I don't know what to do on my end, buddy. I'm on a cell phone right now. The options are severely limited.
Don't you have the screen thing pulled up so you can click on like, where it shows like everyone on the bottom?
Dude, my options on the cell phone are severely limited right now.
You pull it up on your tablet and just
I'm pulling it up right now.
I just want to turn this off really quick. So
hold on, it's coming up.
I went skating with my wife and my daughter and both my nieces. And my one niece is like a super athletic girl. Like she can she can do backflips just standing there. She can do all sorts of things. Like she's super athletic. Well, and she's really fast. Like she can beat me in a foot race. So we did a skating race. Okay. And I have the video pulled up. I'm waiting to see if we can there we go. Okay. All right. So this did not end good for my niece. Watch this.
Go.
Oh no.
Oh no, that hurts.
Oh no.
Yeah.
The person in the front who just came by the front of the camera winced. You notice that?
It was hilarious. Okay, actually, I have another one. Actually, hold on.
Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
There's another one here. This is my wife. So she.
Is this camera working?
What's that?
Is this camera working okay? Because this is back on my tablet now.
Okay.
I don't know if it was the camera before, if it was the Wi-Fi.
Okay. Let me do this. Okay. So this one. Go and share screen. This is my wife before I raced my niece. Okay. This is when it fell. Okay. This is my wife this time. Set, go.
Hope she's not watching.
Okay.
Set, go.
What? It looks like she ran into an invisible log.
I know. It's like slow motion, just falling. And she didn't want to say anything about it, but she said
hopefully she doesn't watch this.
Oh shoot!
Fail army.
Submit it to the fail army.
Oh shoot! It's good. It's good stuff. So that's what I was doing today.
That looked fun for you.
I haven't gone like in 2 years.
I was the only one that did not fall, so I almost fell a couple times. But
last year we have like a small ring brought in. Like it'll be like an outdoor event where they have like roast marshmallows by a fire. They have like some lights set up in a little field or little community area, and they put in like just a little oval,
Mm-hmm.
And when there's not COVID, I'm in Augusta, so we don't see snow, but like once every 10 years, and it might stick, it might not. We haven't had actual snow here. Yeah, we haven't had actual snow here in 20 years. Like I was in 7th grade last time we had actual snow, and they had to call school, and it was here for 3-4 days. But so everyone flocks to it. Everyone, the entire time it's there. So you're just shoulder to shoulder, and they have like these little buggies for kids. They're like little old woman walkers that slide on the ice for kids to hold. So you're just getting rammed by those things with kids on. Yeah, but these kids, man, they move quick on them. They're so fast.
A few Christmases ago, my cousin is actually stationed down in Georgia, and he was down there for Christmas one year, and he said that it snowed like 3 or 4 inches, and no one knew what to do.
3 or 4 inches. That's we're over with. Hope our pantries are stocked. Dude, nothing's built here for snow. Like we don't have people that come and salt roads or whatever it is. There's no shovelers. We don't even have those trucks that drive down the road and clear it out. They don't even exist. They would have to come from somewhere else to get here to do that kind of stuff. I run a kennel. There's like animals where I work. So if it snows, luckily I'm only like a mile and a half away from my job because I'd have to walk to my job. You know, it's not an option to not go to work. And like when I go to work, I have steep hills with curves. So there's no way if it drops below like 30 degrees, it's sketchy outside. Because what if there's black ice? What do we do?
Yeah.
We don't know.
My buddy's company actually got called, I think it was down in North Carolina, to salt and plow their roads for them as they didn't know what to do.
Yeah, it's just if we don't keep that kind of stuff around. I mean, only use it once every 20 years. You might as well just call the Boy Scouts and ask them to get out there and do some service work.
There you go.
That's nuts.
I earned my Eagle badge for shoveling 3 inches of snow.
Yeah. That's good stuff.
It's my parents. They own some rental houses, and they were at they own an Ace Hardware too. So one time they were in an Ace show, and of course that's when it snowed like 2 feet, you know, and they needed their all their rentals shoveled, and all we have is just a shovel. Okay, so me and my brother-in-law had to go shovel the driveways for 8 rental houses, and it took us like 2 hours. So,
are they all close by to each other?
No. I mean, we there was like 2 or 3 here, one over here, one way over here, one here. Like hardly any of them were close.
Damn.
My back was hurting pretty bad after that.
See, up here we compete between Buffalo, Rochester, and Syracuse. Who can get the most snow in a season?
Who normally wins?
Usually Buffalo. They're usually over 100 inches.
Jeez.
Good God.
Yeah.
Buffalo's
Hey, how much snow y'all get out there? Is it just fire?
Fire in the summertime, all the droughts.
Yeah. How
The last
many
time it
inches of
snowed
ash
here-
did y'all get?
Oh, geez, man. Even to like the city where I live, man, this past summer, there was like homeless fires like every day. It was
Jeez.
ridiculous.
Kidrano, do
It
you
was
live in
ridiculous.
California?
Yeah,
Okay.
Northern California.
Dude, Ryan was talking about how like those wildfires, like to us over here, to see it on the news, it seems crazy, but where Ryan's at, they have flooding and stuff in hurricane season. And he said you just kind of, when you live in places like that, for him, it's just kind of something that you do. You know, they call an evacuation, like, okay, here we go. You know, it's just kind of built into your lifestyle. Is that the
Mhm.
case for you?
No, I live like in the valley, so like basically 45 minutes from south of Sacramento, and so like all the fires in California are usually like an hour north, an hour and a half north. Sometimes like the Bay Area, that's like to the what was it, west of me, like those will catch fire too. So like we're just like surrounded by it, if that makes sense. We're like in the eye of
Yeah.
it, and we're just surrounded by it. So
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 Damn.
you said you're from the valley?
Yeah.
Have you ever been in an all valley karate tournament?
No, I have not.
That being
right,
said,
step out for
Cobra
Frank.
Kai season 3 is on the way.
Season 3. Season 3 is on the way.
I
On the
watched season
way.
1. I liked it, but I haven't watched
Season 2 is really good too.
It was really good.
See, I remember when YouTube first got the paid service, they called it YouTube Red, and this
Yep.
was like back in like 2014 or 15.
Yep.
So I paid into YouTube Red because I wanted to watch Cobra Kai and see what other original stuff, and they didn't really have very much good original stuff other than that on there. And that had been around for a long time, that first season, before they started doing anything with season 2, and then Netflix picked it up. And then YouTube evolved into YouTube Premium, and it comes with like, if you're an Android user, it would be like the same thing as having unlimited Apple Music. So you'd pay the $9.99 a month to get the YouTube Premium benefits plus the unlimited music stuff. So I've had that for years, and Google's so cool that about 6 months ago, I got an email that said, "Thank you for being a long-standing customer with us. Here's a free Google Home speaker. Pick the color you want." And they sent me a free speaker. Didn't you have to pay shipping or nothing? So that
That's
went
all.
in Finn's room. Yeah, they're really cool. They're always
That's
giving you
nice.
discounts and stuff the longer you stay with them. And their rates have gone up since then, but they still have me locked in at the original price. Super
Nice.
cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm the same with Spotify. I've had that since it's like been around because I saw the same price and everything. Like
I don't think I paid. I didn't know I paid for Spotify. I downloaded it just to listen to the C-List Villain podcast. I hope I don't have to pay for it. That's just another thing.
What the
I need to
podcast
cancel it immediately. Huh?
What a podcast you listen to on there?
It was just a C-List Villain podcast. I'd seen where they were advertising for when John Jang was going on it a while back. This was before he was on my channel.
Okay.
So I wanted to check that out. And then, yeah, I haven't really listened to anything else other than that.
We were actually talking about that on Friday night, was how all these streaming services have kind of allowed us to get away from cable, but are they just going to bring it back to the same level of cost of what cable was to begin with? It's going to be
I think
interesting
that's
to see what happens.
impossible. To hit over $150 a month in streaming service costs would be insane.
Well, I mean, Hulu Live is what, 60 right now?
I have YouTube,
Yeah. Me
Okay.
too.
the
So I've
YouTube Live
got-
service, and I don't know how Hulu does it, but YouTube Live is built for multiple households. Not one of those sketchy things where you give someone else your email and password. No, you send up to 7 other households a link, and they set it all up on their own. So it's
Okay.
made for $65 a month, intentionally made to be shared between 7 households, not 7 screens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
me and my wife,
you
we
can't
stopped
beat
with
that.
cable like years ago, like probably like 3-4 years ago.
Oh, yeah,
It's
for
like-
sure.
We're just like, it's done with it. It's too expensive.
We
Of
share
course we
Hulu
got
Live
Sling.
with my in-laws, and then my brother-in-law and his family. So 3 different households on one. Same thing with Disney Plus, Netflix. I share with my grandmother because that's what I had in college, and just never ever signed off and got my own Netflix. So I mean, we're not paying anything for streaming services, luckily, but I might have to start paying for HBO Max if they're going to
Oh
be
yeah.
doing all this fun stuff with
Yeah. Me too.
Well,
everything
you're
going on.
not a DC guy, so I guess you weren't really signed on early on with HBO Max. But
Nah.
see, I've got a Disney Plus, HBO Max, and the DC Universe app since day one.
Okay.
And then my dad, who I'm really close with, they have the Netflix account and the YouTube TV account and Amazon, and we just share all the streaming stuff between our two. And then I give Brent like the passwords to my digital libraries and HBO Max as well and Disney Plus. Let him jump on.
Yeah.
He doesn't watch too much stuff, but that HBO Max is about to be hitting on all cylinders when they get fired up. Like
Well,
it's already HBO.
Wonder Woman's coming Christmas Day, right?
Christmas Day. But
So
did y'all watch Titans? Like, Burke, you're a Nightwing guy. Did you?
Oh yeah.
Me and
Season,
my wife, that's our Friday night ritual when that's going down.
season 2 was a million times better than season 1.
Dude, when Jason was falling off the building, just to put in context how cool my wife is, when Jason got thrown off the building in season 2, me and my wife both of us just scared the hell out of Finn because we both just screamed, "Catch him! Catch him!" We were so pissed that Starfire didn't just take off and catch him. But it turned out even cooler than that though with Connor. But,
I wanted Wally West to join. There was talk of him joining season 3. I don't think it's happening now.
I
Maybe
want him to be the ace in the hole because you saw what happened to Garth. You know what I mean? I don't want a situation like that since this is like taking liberties in its own universe. I don't want them to do Wally like that.
I wonder if Garth didn't get more run because how much can a awkward lad do on a TV show? You know what I mean?
Well, a lot because he's got like a little. Doesn't he have like a little bit of the mirror stuff going on where you're able to like manipulate water?
Yes, he can manipulate water. But
so he would have a lot to do if they needed him to.
I don't
So
know.
what do you guys think of the current actor
Strategically
playing Wally?
placed fire hydrant in every scene. Connor just kicks the fire hydrant.
What'd you say, Lounge?
What do you guys think of the current actor playing Wally?
You mean on the Flash TV show?
Yeah.
Keenan Alonso? That's not
Wallace.
That's not Wally. That's
Wallace.
That's
Sorry.
Okay, they're trying to like merge the characters. I totally get that, but that's Wallace. That's not Wally.
Okay. And no, I get that. And it's very interesting the way that DC is kind of playing this right now. So I'm not a fan of Ezra Miller. Never been a fan of him. I absolutely hate that he is the Flash.
Yes.
And just the different liberties they've taken with his Flash, like the blue lightning and all of that crap. But that's neither here nor there.
I like the blue lightning.
Yeah, but that's Wally.
Why?
Yeah, exactly.
It's not the Flash. The Flash has never had blue lightning. But
Wally has.
Wally
Yeah.
has. But it's like, it would be very interesting. I wish that they would get rid of Ezra. I thought they were going to when he choked out that girl.
That was insane.
I lost a little bit of respect for DC when they didn't. With everything that people have been losing jobs over for a lot less, like Johnny Depp and all that. But I love Grant Gustin as the Flash. He's just a phenomenal Barry Allen.
I think he's a great TV show Flash. I don't
That's
think
on
that
TV
would
show, right?
transfer. That wouldn't transfer into cinema at all, in my opinion. He's
Okay.
he's too soap opera-y, which works for a TV show, but that's just my opinion.
I
think it works great for the show, though.
Yeah. I think it would depend on the direction they took the Flash in the movies. And I know that they said that the reason why they didn't go with Grant was because the TV show was too lighthearted for where they were trying to go.
Well, and that also, then you got to connect everything to what they've already done.
Yep.
I can't picture him at all playing Wally or playing Barry on the big screen. I couldn't picture Ezra Miller doing it. I still can't picture him doing it again unless they completely go away from the style of Barry that he was. Because, when in Justice League, he was just basically like a homeless thief, more or less, But if they actually, because at the end of Justice League, just going off the Joss Whedon take on it, he looked like he was getting his act together at the end. He showed his dad his papers to get in. Maybe, we haven't seen like the Barry that we would assume because he wasn't meant to be that person timeline wise. They're trying to give him, because the Flash has that bad past, that haunts him and everything. They're trying to show you a little bit of a crappy past, that attached to this character. That was somewhat of an origin, a crappy one, but I don't know. I'm hoping Flashpoint's going to be great. I'm excited for it.
I mean, I am too. They got it. I just really wish that they would get. Yeah. I really wish they'd get Wally some sort of run in the TV.
That killed it for me.
He's like a top 15 DC hero, I feel like, and he's not even considered.
He's easily the coolest Flash that's ever existed. Barry Allen's number 3 on my list. He's not even number 2 on my list. Jay Garrick is a close number 2 for me.
Well, yeah, I mean, I would probably say Barry's my number 2, but I do like
Barry's awesome, but I don't know why I love the JSA, dude. They're just awesome. I
love Jay's costume.
Season 2 of The Flash, where we thought the whole time that Zoom was Jay Garrick, and then it turned out he was actually Zoom. And then at that point you had to know that the guy in the mask was Jay Garrick. Like that was really well done. It was
awesome that they got Wesley Shipp to play him.
Yeah.
John Wesley Shipp. That was awesome. That Flash series was awesome. I like that Flash series more than I like the CW one.
I like the CW Flash. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I like it.
It's got a good budget. I remember when King Shark premiered on it. That blew my mind how awesome the special effects for that was.
See, and that would be my one curiosity. Would Grant Gustin be a better Flash on screen, like on the big screen, if he had a better budget? Because I mean, you can tell like there's little things about the CW TV show that gets lost in the fact that they don't have a big budget. The CGI isn't excellent because obviously they're making a lot more with it. Would it be a little bit better?
I don't think it would be bad if he was like, cinematically the Flash, but
I think for me it's the writing. So I guess I couldn't say if you get a different writer and a different director, it's taking it away from the I don't know. He just seems really whiny to me, like all the CW stuff does. And it's not that it's whiny. It's just that it so plays into the drama stuff. They're so playing to the audience, which you're supposed to do that. Yeah. That's just dare to defy. That's what CW does.
Yep.
But I don't know. I think with a different writer and a different script, I think Grant could Have y'all ever seen him in anything else? Do we even know if he can act in
Was he
anything
in
else?
Glee?
He was on Glee.
Yeah.
Haven't
So
seen
no.
that.
No, I've not seen him in anything else.
But I think the Flash was like the best one of like all that Arrowverse stuff on CW for
Agreed.
sure. Like it was better than
for
Green
sure.
Arrow, Legend Tomorrow.
Arrow
all
was
that
pretty good for a couple seasons.
Arrow was great.
Arrow was
until,
really good for 3.
Yeah, up until season 6, I would say it started to fizzle after season 3, and season 4 and 5 were good but not great.
Which season was it with Damien Dark?
That
Season
was
5.
that was 5.
Yeah, I remember watching that one and thinking like, this isn't bad, but I feel like it's just kind of getting all over the place now.
Actually, Damien might have even been 4.
4. See, I can remember watching 1 through 3 and thinking this is awesome. I love the Dark Archer stuff, man. That was fantastic. That actor is really great. He's a good actor.
Mhm.
So is Titans on season 3 now?
Yep.
Season 3's coming. Red Hood is coming.
All right. I've been putting off HBO Max until the last minute for that the Snyder cut, but I'm just
That's
waiting
going to
until
be toward
last
the end of next year, probably.
I am
Yeah, probably
excited
till
about
then.
the Snyder Cut, and I'm excited about everything
stoked.
coming to the HBO Max. I'll
Have
probably
you already watched 1 and 2 of Titans?
I haven't watched any of the Titans.
Have you watched Swamp Thing?
I might need to go back and just stream all of season 1 and all of season 2 of Titans before season 3 comes.
Have you watched Doom Patrol?
Oh, trash. I hated it.
I didn't assume you'd like it, but it is far from trash. It is extreme. It is wild. It is wacky.
The
But
whole
it is
episode where they had like the drag queens and whatnot, I was like, I'm done. I am
Danny the Street.
what?
Danny the Street. That's the episode with the sentient street named Danny. Plays a big part in stuff.
I didn't like it. I hated it. Thought it was not good.
It was wild. It's a very bizarre show, but it's really done. It's really good.
Never watched it.
Swamp Thing was really good, and I hate the way it what happened with it. Behind the production stuff. What's going on, Ryan? But Swamp Thing getting canned early on, like what was it after the first episode dropped? They announced that they had to cancel it due to budget reasons.
Jeez.
Yeah, they had made a mix-up with tax paperwork and stuff where they were filming, and they ended up going in the hole before the first episode shot by an obscene amount of money, so they weren't able to commit to anything else, especially not where they were filming. So it was an unfortunate legal debacle. So it really sucked. But that show was amazing. It was so well done.
Never watched it.
So you're missing. You still have a lot of good content that if y'all got on HBO Max now, it would take a while to get through, even to get to the other stuff that's rolling out. They're
Really?
supposed to be doing a Justice League Dark TV show. They're supposed to be doing the Green Lantern Corps TV show, a Gotham PD TV show that's connected with the Robert Pattinson universe.
So it's all like the DC Universe stuff on the HBO Max?
Yeah, everything from
Okay.
the DC Universe app has gotten moved over, including Young Justice, because they're still making Young Justice now, which is an amazing show. I don't know if y'all like the DC animated movies. Young Justice is a great show. Like it's phenomenal.
And I'll use my buddies for when the DC app was still up. And I watched the Young Justice for that, but I didn't watch anything else on there. Watched all Teen Titans too.
I think that they duel some stuff, like the Harley Quinn show. Hilarious, amazing. Chris, your wife is a Harley Quinn fan, isn't she?
Yes, she is. She loves Harley Quinn.
Did y'all watch that outrageous, extremely R-rated animated show they did?
I did not. Is that on HBO Max?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we don't have it yet, so I'll have to once we do get it, because I am planning to get it very soon. It's one of those things, like Kid said, that I've been putting off for a little while.
See, this is one of the things that blew my mind with Disney Plus. It's been out for over a year now, and we're just now got the second season of The Mandalorian. We've got nothing Marvel on there yet. The Mandalorian season 1 was short. Like the episodes get short. Season 2's like episodes are short. And the DC Universe app came out and was out for a little bit over a year and delivered 2 seasons of Titan, Swamp Thing, Doom Patrol, 2 seasons of Harley Quinn, the brand new season of Young Justice. They were rocking content out. and it just didn't pick up enough. And then they made that deal with HBO, and they started sharing content. So when Stargirl came out, it premiered on the DC Universe app, and the very next day it hit CW, which that show was amazing too. And then they had Harley Quinn dueling with the Sci-Fi Channel, so you could watch it on Sci-Fi, edited, very edited, but it was still available.
Okay, I've seen like bits and
Here.
pieces of it.
Here, take what he has to say. It's a must watch.
That's
I loved Titans. It was great.
But I got to sign off, guys. I've got work in the morning, so I will talk to you very soon.
All right, Chris, you have a good night, man.
Have a good one.
See, Ryan said Swamp Thing didn't have the problem. They took money from Swamp Thing budget to pay for DCEU filming, and it synced Swamp Thing. So I heard that they mess up with the actual paperwork agreement with the state, filing stuff with the state on the tax end, is what I'd read in the article when that came out.
But Disney Plus has like such like a big library, man. Like all like the old school Disney shows. That's Star Wars too. So it's like they really didn't need all that new content because there's such like much more of this back issue stuff.
I didn't get it for any of the back content, to be honest with you. Like I've got a bunch of DVDs and movies and other streaming services. I got it because I was excited for Mandalorian, like straight out the gate. And then all the Marvel announcements that they made that kind of still waiting on. And luckily that Falcon and Winter Soldier preview looked amazing. That looked awesome. I wish they would.
That looked really good.
It did. And I found out that all this content they dropped, not all of it is straight up movies or full-length TV series. Like the I Am Groot thing is just a set of animated shorts. The live-action Loki thing is a mini-series. So I guess it's just like a movie-length thing, maybe chopped up into a few episodes or something like that. So they're not just bombarding us like it initially looked like. You know, they're doing something original, and I guess it's going to play out and see what hits and what doesn't. Like not just content, but the style in which they're going to deliver it. So I'll be interested to see all the different formats they come out with.
Yeah, man, it's the future, man. Like you need an app or a streaming service to put your content out, and they're just playing with this though.
How do you guys feel about Christopher Nolan's comments about HBO Max?
What do you say?
Dumping all their movies.
He said a lot of these actors went to bed thinking they worked for one of the best motion picture companies, and they woke up knowing that they work for the one of the worst streaming services.
Is it like user friendly?
Time will tell. No, it's just content thing, man. It's serious. To me, it just seems like a popularity contest that Disney Plus is just like Disney. The brand Disney is just like very fad heavy. It's just, you know, there's amazing content on HBO Max. There is a huge movie library. HBO Max teamed up with Warner Brothers. So you have this giant backlog. Like you have tons of kids movies. You have tons of new content. HBO is famous for TV show content. You know what I mean? Like they're constantly rolling out new shows that are amazing, top television productions like Game of Thrones and stuff like that. Whether it was your jam or not, Lovecraft Country was such a well-produced show. Raised by Wolves every episode looks like if Prometheus had a bigger budget. You know, the style.
Tell me someone else has watched Yellowstone.
I still haven't.
Oh my god, dude! Kiddranoprints, have you ever seen Yellowstone?
No, is that on HBO Max?
No, it's on the Paramount Network.
Okay.
It is seriously good. Kevin Costner. It's kind of a Western show, but it's not. It's like the Mafia meets the Western, but it's not. Like it's a modern, like it's people are driving modern cars. Like it's nowadays, but it's got Kevin Costner in it. He owns a big ranch in Yellowstone, Montana, and his biggest rival is a Native American group that wants to take back their land that he bought. And then there are also all these other people with all this money are trying to come in and put in casinos or put in, skiing resorts and whatnot. And I mean, they do a lot of stuff that is illegal. A lot of stuff that's illegal. It's really good. Really good. And of
Who's
course,
the other big actor in there with him? Like Kevin Costner's the old dog, but there's like a younger guy running with him on all the trailers. because I went and looked to see if I have it, and I do have Paramount Network. It is on the YouTube TV service.
Okay. Oh, I know
You
that.
mean other
Check that
people
out.
in the show?
Yeah, who's the other actor with him? There's another big name actor in there, a younger guy.
Grimes. There's Kevin Costner, Luke Grimes, Kelly Riley, Wes Bentley, Cole Hauser.
Cole Hauser's a good actor. That's the guy from like Paparazzi and Too Fast, Too Furious.
Okay, so that guy plays the role of the dude that you like the first episode or two, you hate this guy. By the end of season 2, he is your favorite character. Love that character. It's really good.
You say it's on YouTube TV? Oh, I'll
I
check
think
it
there's
out
no
then.
season. Season 4 comes out pretty soon. It's really good. You guys got to watch it. I'm telling you, Yellowstone's an amazing show.
Here
I
it
need to
is.
listen
Brian said
and some shows out.
to which one? He said that they messed up the paperwork for the Snyder Cut. That's what they took funds away from Swamp Thing to work on. Swamp Thing and the Snyder Cut deal were years different. Years. There's a multiple years gap there. Swamp Thing, a whole season came and went, 13 episodes, and they announced that they messed up after episode 1. The Snyder Cut just didn't get greenlit and given money until like a few months back. So it's
But how do you
sure
mess
that's
that
the
up,
same
though?
one. I don't know. HBO Max is premiering high-end theater-style features for Wonder Woman. Features available on every other streamer for years before HBO Max launched. It was supported on all previous HBO apps. Yeah, they don't want people to be that accessible. Playing it out. They finally just now resolved their dispute with Amazon.
Yeah, I need to get
Yeah.
HBO Max for sure.
Yeah, HBO Max wasn't very accessible. I know that at my dad's house, we put, before HBO Max, you had HBO Now and HBO Go, which I put on the TVs because it was supposed to just automatically update. I have Samsung stuff here, and it updated like that for me. But they have Fire Stick at their house, and it didn't update. So it was a long time before they were able to update.
What books is everyone picking up this week?
I'm glad you asked. I just did my video for that too.
Oh no.
Oh, your
What's coming
top
out this week?
video? I'm making my script right now as we're talking.
I'm like getting good at this one take wing it thing. Look, that little that countdown in the beginning. Big shout out to Whack Comics for hooking me up with that. He reached out and said he asked me why do I use a timer for my edited videos, and I said, that's funny. You think I edit videos? And I just and I told him I'm using touchscreen devices, so when I'm not doing a live show, I like just to turn the timer on and let it count down just like 2-3 seconds to go live, so I can have my hand down and be back when a video starts, you know. And
Right.
They said, oh well, I'd like to make you a little counter. I got you set up. So he made that little timer for me in like no time and sent it to me. And then I'm like, hey, can you make it more green? He's like, yeah. And he's just like that. It was really cool. But yeah, I've got Batman 105, Immortal Hulk 41, the 3 different Endless Winter tie-ins, which is Aquaman, Justice League, and Teen Titans, Death Metal 6, Superman 28, which is the final for Brian Michael Bendis's run on it, Rorschach number 3, Tales from the Dark Multiverse Crisis on Infinite Earths. That's going to be fire. Some JSA action.
So, how do you feel about Brian Michael Bendis? Be honest.
Me personally,
Yes.
he's done some great things. I guess not with Superman in most people's opinions. With me in comics, dude, like if something's not great, I'm just like, yeah, great's coming. You know, it's not I think we mentioned this before. I can't imagine dropping a title because it's kind of just dipped for a moment. You know, it's just I need to know what the character's up to.
I don't like his writing overall, honestly. Some of it's been good. If you've never read his Ultimate Fallout 4 with the first appearance of Miles Morales, like that's a good book. That's written well. And he's written a couple of Superman books, but overall, like his writing, I'm not a big fan of. Just not.
Did you read his Daredevil run?
I've not.
It'll blow your mind. House of M.
I also love DC Shatterglass. I also love DC. You wouldn't know it by my wall behind me, but I actually do like DC more than Marvel.
Yeah, I do love DC, and See, when I think Brian Michael Bendis, I haven't like besides the Superman, the last big things that I read of his weren't even DC properties, and I'm like that's what I would tell you to go look at to see his writing style because sometimes writers just aren't great for characters, and you don't really know that till you start working on them, and then sometimes you're restrained by the companies you're working for. Can you imagine being a writer for Flash, a writer for Batman, a writer for Superman, knowing that I'm writing comics currently, knowing that there's a definite end to a soft-booted relaunch, direction change, or whatever you want to call it? You get crap like Flash. You get crap like this Ghostmaker run. You get arguably out of those three, out of the Batman run going on right now, out of Flash and out of Superman, this Superman story is the best one out of those three. Not his overall take or his overall run on it, but this Sinmar storyline has been really cool. And the artwork in it is tip top.
Mark does know it all when it comes to DC.
True.
At DC hard.
So it's been
You're
better
asking
on
me.
DC?
You're asking me about Superman while the background is Action Comics #1 right now. I will not disgrace the man. I do hate knowing that DC and Marvel hold their writers back so much. They do. That's what I think is going to be exciting about after Future State, because I think they're working on trying not to do that so much.
It's actually going to be pretty good.
I think so. And then after it, like if you've, then I got one right here. So listen to this little thing that they say in the beginning, right out of the gate. Future State provides glimpses into wonders yet to come for the DC universe, where all the great stories from the past are real and where all these stories count. It matters because they all happen. So instead of tightening down on continuity and having this very streamlined thing that writers can't really swerve off of, they're just opening the floodgates for writers. It's the opposite of New 52, where the continuity was so tight around their necks that people didn't really know how to do anything, that you had writers and artists calling each other, asking, what are you working on? What are you going to be working on? I don't know where I can take this. And they didn't have answers for each other. They're going the polar opposite direction. They're just, I guess, it's just letting the dog off the leash and seeing what's happened. So it's going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it as a nice jumping on point for DC books for sure.
Absolutely. And I'm excited to see that they're not just tanking everything back to issue 1s. That list that Steve sent me showed the solicitations after Future State, and it looked decent. It wasn't, and I don't know if that's all of it, but it wasn't a huge list either.
Let me see if I can find it.
That'd be awesome, because they had good talent on it too. Like they talk about getting these new writers and artists in, and Future State is definitely a testing ground for a lot of them. But they did have some very recognizable names on the list. Steve, Shattered wants to know what books you're future stating so he can be ready for Thursdays.
Well, I'm actually not excited for Flash because of what they're doing to Wally. And I'm not excited about that future Flash that we have. But I will read it. I'm going to read Batman. And The Dark Detective is actually the one that looks the best.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
I could go through this whole thing here, actually, and look. DC. I'll probably read Justice League, which actually shout out to Magic Lasso for reaching out to me Friday, because he wanted to get the 616 Comics exclusive for Wonder Woman, obviously. So for Future State.
I don't know if I've seen that one. Is it the regular Wonder Woman or the Immortal Wonder Woman?
I don't think it's an exclusive. I actually think it's just like one of their covers for it that they just have on their website. Probably like the 1 of 25 or something. Nightwing looks good. I love me some Nightwing. Shazam. I do like Shazam.
Ryan said that's going to be the banger.
I remember saying that.
Shazam, they're the guy that he knows that works at a shop who's like eternally pessimistic, said that out of all of those books, like that was the banger.
Interesting. The Flash. Yeah, I'll probably read Flash, Batman, the next Batman, Dark Detective, Shazam, maybe Justice League. We'll see. What are you guys going to get Future State?
Well,
Probably
all of
the
those
Batman,
ones,
Shazam, same thing.
definitely all those ones you just mentioned, just add the Immortal Wonder Woman to it because that sounds absolutely awesome. The whole premise for it is great. Her at literally the end of time. I'm on the fence with Swamp Thing, knowing that there's like a really cool looking Swamp Thing run coming up after this. I'm wondering if this will affect it or not. And going to be picking up the Superman Worlds at War, where he's rocking the Kingdom Come suit and he's literally a prisoner. And there's another Superman title, Superman of Metropolis, follow Jonathan Kent, because I think that Jonathan takes up that mantle really well so far when they've done stories in that vein, as well as Damian taking up the mantle for Batman. I think both of those two. I don't know how DC's done it. Like in my mind, when they first came out with like Superman having a kid in play and Batman having a son in play, I'm like, dude, this is just crazy. How are they actually going to do this? But they actually done it well. Where like and Deceased is a good testament to it. You can see these characters taking over these mantles. They got what it takes. They definitely have what it takes. So I'm excited to see that one as well.
Bart's talking about Mighty Morphin number 2, exclusive from the 616, and Joel's there.
Oh yeah, dude, he's rocking those variants. He's got one of those Mighty Morphin 55s that I have. One of them is his.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, dude. You ought to see the stack of books I have in my room. Like, yeah, he's pretty much taken over like the biggest closet I have in my house with amazing vintage Power Ranger figures. He's just got the really high end die-cast line of Zords, the Soul of whatever line. I don't even know the name, but
Legacy.
huh?
The Legacy?
No, God, no. No, Legacies are like toys compared to this line. Hold on, it's right here. These things are insane, dude.
Oh, wow.
It's the Soul of Chogokin. Like, they're all die cast. There's not a sticker on them. He's got all those lightning figures that come in that you see. Those are all his. He's got a stack of slabs back there like this. He got a free comic book day. You know the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger free comic book day back during Shattered Grid?
Mm-hmm.
How it has, like, normally there's a barcode on them, but it's just a big white blank spot.
Mm-hmm.
He's got one that he found on eBay, scored it super cheap, signed by JDF, right there in that white square, dude. Not oversigned, not gross. It's just clean in a 9.8 slab, yellow labeled, for super cheap.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, let's pick up.
But yeah, it's all going to Belgium. But it's nice to get to see it for a little bit.
How much of that diecast figure go for?
Is that just the Dragon Zord?
That's just the Dragon Zord. I think they average out about $250.
Yeah.
I think he scored it for a little bit less than that, but they average out about $250. They're almost as expensive as the original Dragon Zord still in the box. But you can take this one out and put it back. If I take my Dragon Zord out of the box, it loses a lot of value. I've got that original Bondi one still factory sealed, and my son always wanted to take it out and play with it, and I wouldn't do it, so I just went and bought another one out of the package for like $60 for Finn to play with.
This was $40. $40, cheap crap that they're making nowadays. You can get at Walmart.
Yeah, Finn got that for his birthday.
Yeah, I got it for my birthday too.
I would have gotten one for my birthday, but dude, I went and bought a Megazord, thinking I was about to go pick up an original Megazord, and it ended up being a Taiwan knockoff that's worth a ridiculous amount of money that I didn't even want, but now I don't even want Finn to play with it or anything because it's more valuable than the original one for some reason because it's rare or something, and so I guess sometimes knockoffs can be collector items or something. So I'm stuck with a Taiwan knockoff for my regular Megazord. It doesn't have any of the chrome pieces on it. But that one you got, Bert, that's actually a really decent Megazord. Like it's got so many points of articulation on it. It's awesome. Yeah,
My
when I
son's
saw
been
that they
digging
came out
Rangers
with
lately. And so
dude, they're on
some
it.
swords.
It's the time to be digging Rangers because they come in 3 little packs. You get the T-Rex by itself, and you get I don't remember, but you get like all 5 of them within 3 little packs.
The yellow and blue come together, and the black and pink come together.
Yeah, that's a rough pack right there.
And then yeah, I did an unboxing for it. What did you say, Kidrano?
I said my son's been he's been wanting some Ranger stuff because like when I came home this Wednesday, he loved this book. Like he wanted one of these ones for sure. He was like, Dad, I want that in my room. And I'm like, all right, dude, I'll get you another one next week.
Dude,
They're amazing.
I went to I went to Walmart to look for some more of them, and they're sold out. Like they are sold out, and like it just came out not that long ago. So
Yeah, Robert.
I'm just happy that I got all the whole team.
Yeah, speaking of Robert.
Yep, Robert, my guy.
I like how you have the Green Ranger off by himself too. Is that the one out of the putty pack?
That one is
Yes.
the Bondi one.
Oh, that's
So-
the beefy one.
So let me show you the difference here. Okay. See if I can try to do this. Okay. Yeah, so this one's definitely beefier.
Yeah.
But this one, like, I don't know, it just looks better. Like the paint job on it is better. Looks actually green, not like teal.
Looks sleeker.
And it's sleeker. And so I have it displayed like that. Here, let me fix this. I have it displayed like that. And this one I have it displayed like he's supposed to be looking down.
Just flexing like you with your Ranger spoilers.
What's that?
He's flexing like you with your Ranger spoilers.
Sure. I mean, yeah. So I definitely like these ones are definitely easier to stand. Like you don't have to do a lot with them to make them stand. You have to do a lot to get these guys to stand. But when you do, they look a lot better, in my opinion.
All right, that's tight.
So
Yeah, Bart checks out a lot of the high end Zords and stuff. He said someone did a repaint job on one of the those new Megazords that came out, looked awesome. He just ordered if he's listening, I don't remember what the name of it was. He messaged me, but he showed me these pictures of this white tiger Zord. It's from the original Sentai series that was casted. It's insane. Oh, that's a good one.
So this is another one of the legacy figures.
So
And-
both of you guys' favorite Ranger is the Green Ranger?
Oh, no doubt.
Mine is. Yeah, big time.
No doubt.
I'm very biased to the color green.
Okay.
Purple and green.
Wildcat.
Of course. Even though we suck at everything.
Incredible Hulk.
Who's your most successful basketball player? Is it Michael Beasley?
I mean, like all time, or
Or I was thinking recently, but yeah, sure, all time.
I mean, Rolando Blackman. Have you ever heard of him?
No.
Okay. Oh, Michael Beasley. I mean, we've had other like Michael Beasley only played one season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We have a couple people in NBA right now. Played for the Clippers last year. Rodney Magruder.
Okay.
Oh, dude, I love that cover.
That one's sick.
Like, oh, that
The
is
Jordan background too. Oh, that's awesome.
I love me some Del Otto.
I always like how the White Ranger looked though. Just like the white and the gold and like it's like some of the
Yeah.
black.
like for me. I like the Green Ranger more because like I knew he started out as a Green Ranger. Like I watched the show like from episode 1. Like I
Mhm.
like the team as the original 5. As soon as the Green Ranger showed up, I was like, oh. I remember like going to like I don't know, it was probably like t-ball practice or maybe it was even taekwondo. I don't know. I remember being so mad that I had to miss the last 15 minutes of like episode 3 of Green of Evil or whatever. I was so mad that I couldn't watch the rest of that. But yeah, the Green Ranger is no doubt my favorite.
I still have the VHS tape of those episodes. You remember back in the day, if you wanted to watch Power Rangers on tape, you would just get episode clumps. And they wouldn't just do like from episode 1 on, they would take just those events. I still have that Green with Evil one.
Nice.
I think that was a big thing too. Do you remember that episode with Billy crawling through the AC duct of the command center because Alpha and Zordon were missing, and he was peeking through the vents, and they were messing with that White Ranger body laying on the table, and that was really cool. And I think that was one of the coolest things they've done with the series too, when they really looked at what Tommy was going through during that time, during the transfer of the power, how he was like on that whole mental quest to go get the power. It wasn't just given to him. It was pretty cool because he kind of earned it that way, you know.
I like what they did of Go-Go. I think it was like issue 28, where he had to go get the White Ranger power, but he had to not accept it, and able to accept it. Does that make sense?
It does.
Like the Saba was making it look like Zed was there and whatnot. Yeah, that was that was one of my favorite non 1 through 20 run of Go-Go.
It was good. Well, guys, I might be getting ready to head out to bed here. It's about to hit 11 o'clock, and 5 a.m. rolls around pretty quick.
Oof.
Okay, man.
I can't even imagine.
Oof.
I mean, I get up
It's so early here, man. Well,
Yeah, it's still daytime over there, isn't it?
Oh,
It's
no,
not
it's
even
dark.
over there yet.
Yeah, it's only 9:08.
Wow.
Jeez. Yeah, well, I thank y'all so much for hopping on, man.
No worries, man.
I appreciate it a whole lot. And yeah, look forward to talking to you guys soon. If you want to tell us what you got going on in your channels coming up.
I didn't make any videos last week. I was feeling the weather, and I just like got caught up with finishing some orders. But this week I'll probably do my new comic day picks probably tomorrow or Tuesday, and then I'll do my haul for New Comic Day. And then I want to do like a review for Department of Truth. Like that's like my favorite one ongoing right now. So I'm not sure how I want to do that. I might wait till like issue 5 comes out and just like do like a whole like run that way. But
And I think you've already got that cover that's probably going to be the big cover out of that whole series. That issue 2 variant. Yes.
Oh yeah, I had to get that one, man.
Insane.
My wife hates that cover.
I bet you should display it proudly right in your living room.
I did like the first like 2 weeks. I was like, okay, get that out of here.
Steve, you know what cover he's talking about?
Oh yeah.
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 It's insane.
Yeah, it was out there.
That is weird.
Yeah, it is.
I
It
like the
works.
one for issue 4. Like it's like a kid drawing like on like school paper. But I'll probably show you that one yet. But the 1 in 25 ratio for the issue 4.
Is it I can only imagine what it's for if it's a kid drawing on school paper and this is the Department of Truth. I can only imagine what it might be in reference to.
Exactly.
Steve,
But yeah,
what's
it's all
next
for
on
me.
your channel? You just announced you're upcoming to 2,000 subscribers.
Yeah, I did.
You
did.
Congratulations, man.
Well, I mean, I'm not there yet. It'll probably be 3 months before I'm there, but we'll see.
Still awesome to get to that point to announce it, though.
Yeah, for sure. 2,000 subscribers is coming. I announced a giveaway. Nothing crazy, just giving away like a 9/8 slab of Batman 24. I'm dead serious.
Nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy. And then TMNT The Last Ronin #1, and then just a mystery box. So nothing crazy or anything, just because like I like to keep my books. You know what I mean? I like to keep.
Yeah, that slab is awesome though. That cover is picking up steam. After I watched your video, I saw it pop up on about 3 different people's Instagram posts that quick.
Yeah, so it's I mean, I remember when that happened, everyone's like, "Oh, you got to get that slab, you got to get a slab," and it was around $100 or so, and then it went down. But I mean, with Batman Catwoman series coming out, and who knows how long they'll be together or not be together, but I did announce that today, and then tomorrow I got my new Comic Book Day top picks video. Probably Tuesday morning, I'm going to have my Power Rangers #2 spoiler-free review. Oh, thank you, Ruben. Wednesday, I don't know. I might do another podcast. I'll probably do a podcast and season. Maybe it won't even be Wednesday. Sometime I want to do that season 2, episodes 6 and 7 of The Mandalorian, just straight through watch party. Thursday is
You should do it before Friday.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
last Thursday night chat of 2020 for my channel because the
Oh
following
wow.
Christmas Eve, the week after that is New Year's Eve. So this Thursday is the last one on my channel for sure. And then
I have to figure out what I'm going to do for the next 2 Thursdays then.
I mean, hang out with your family.
Just watch the old episodes of Thursday Night Chats.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Reruns.
I'll probably have I'm going to go to a couple different comic book stores because I have about 2 hours in the middle of the day. We're going to be I'll go to a couple stores I haven't gone to in a while. We'll see what they have. So that's probably, I don't know what I'm doing Saturday, but that's probably, at some point, I'm going to be getting a box from the 616 that I ordered 2 weeks ago that the post office is taking forever on. Like at some point, because I ordered
This season, man.
I ordered a 1 of 100 Mighty Morphin #1, the N-Hook Lee Virgin variant, along with a couple other books. So that should be here at some point because it's shipped out on the 30th of November, and it's still not even.
That's with them standing up on the rocks with the clear sky behind them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a decent one. The Green Ranger holding the dagger up to his mouth, isn't he?
It's the same as the cover A without the trade dress and the thing on the side.
When you said 1 in 100, my brain immediately went to the 1 in 500 for a second. I'm like, my eyes got big. I'm like, no.
There's 500 for Power Rangers, anyways. I don't know, but that should be here hopefully this week. And at some point, I'm going to get some books from Simple Man's Comics too. We'll see.
Very cool.
So that should be here sometime as well. So that's what I have going on.
Well, I've got my little pull list video coming out that I'm going to post tomorrow. I've got packages finally showing up. I've got 2 sitting next to me that I'm excited to open up. So I'll do a couple unboxings hopefully through the week, and then just do that Weeks End next weekend again. Oh yeah, the little evolution lineup there. And then that guy.
He's just easy to he doesn't look very good, but he's super easy to stand up. This guy definitely looks the best.
Yeah.
This guy.
I think the coolest one they've done is the Ranger Slayer one. That's definitely the best one in my opinion.
I like her.
She's got the coolest outfit, man.
I need to get her,
she does. I love it.
I need to get her first appearance, that second print. Because I have her first print, but I want that second print with her on the cover.
And then you have the I can't remember who did the variant to that also. That same issue has a great alpha variant.
Oh, I know Warren Lau did a cover for it, where she had a helmet on and then the helmet off, the spoiler cover.
I'm thinking of it was issue 8, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So let's see. So of course, issue 9 had the Montez helmet variant, the non-foil. No, that's 11. Yeah, issue 11.
I don't have that.
Yeah. I told you, I got all these. I need that Comics Pro, and I need your Black Ranger with the power shield.
Not a personal collection at any point.
And then there's her first appearance right there.
That's what I have.
And
Is
then
that in Mylar?
yeah,
Oh, nice.
that one is. I probably should put this one in Mylar because there's her first appearance, first cover appearance.
That's the one I want.
And this thing is pristine.
I need to get that, and then I should probably get it signed
It's nice.
by Amy Jo.
Amy Jo, yeah. And then there's the con exclusive for the same issue.
Love it. Love it. Nice.
I've got Power Ranger books for days. I just don't have that issue 5 I need.
Oh, Origins #3 comes out pretty soon.
Origins 2 came out Wednesday. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
Something's weird going on with them because I tried to get a digital copy just to read, and I couldn't even get a digital copy off Google Books till a couple weeks from now. So it's weird.
I'm not gonna check my internet. My internet's been down all day, so I
I'm
gotta see what's even coming out.
I just got an email from Boom just with some previews of it. So
What else did they email you?
well, look.
Do not spoil this. Dot, dot, dot.
I got all the December 16th books. Once in
Is this just a preview of what's coming, or is this like stuff for you to read early to be able to review?
I
And
just, yeah,
stuff?
like I can read Firefly 24, Mega Man Fully Charged 5, Once in Future 14, Power Rangers 2, which I've read. We Only Find Them When They're Dead 4, Red Mother Volume 2, and Ronin Island Volume 3, and Lumberjanes Volume 16 softcover.
I like the face you're making as you're saying, like.
I mean, honestly, like I've only read just a hand. Like I got the Sins of the Future that I could read.
Oh, it was cool.
I haven't read it yet because they
It
said
was really fun.
it's hard to make time for everything, you know.
Out of that list, I would definitely read We Only Find Them. I stopped picking up Mega Man on this last issue. I picked up the first one and it wasn't the best, but I kind of enjoyed it. So I read the 3 of them, then I stopped after that. But wasn't worth spending my money on. I'm sure it is for a lot of people. I just have no Mega Man anything. That book was only Mega Man knowledge I had. But We Only Find Them When They're Dead's been fantastic.
I need to go in and read Seven Secrets 4 and 5 because I stopped after issue 3.
Yes, you do. It's picked back up, dude, big time.
Because if it's I grab the fly.
Other than the artwork being difficult, I mean, I think this style fits better in anything other than Power Rangers. You know, the fact that like this artist isn't ruining.
I really dislike Daniela's art, but I did
Since she's
Tom Taylor. So.
Yeah, Tom Taylor's writing is fantastic, and this story is starting to spiderweb out and really build the characters pretty well. And it's action packed, dude. The last couple of issues has been absolutely action packed.
I'll give it a whirl.
Yeah, check it out. But yeah, I'm about to head to bed, man.
All right, guys.
I appreciate it, guys. Y'all have a good night, and thank you everybody for watching. And again, I'm Mark, but we are Legion.